return of Dronapalooza.
Yeah.
Recall from last year, drones everywhere over key installations. They shut down Langley Air Force Base. They shut down Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. They were seen for several weeks by hundreds of thousands of people over New Jersey, over a nuclear plant, over sensitive military installations. They were out here in the Southwest over Plant 42. And the same thing happened in almost all these cases. They'd come in out of nowhere, undetected. They'd loiter around, making themselves obvious. The lights are on. Nobody knew where they're from. They would leave and could not be tracked. None of them were shot down. We don't know who was behind them or what was going on. And now the same thing has been happening almost a year later, across Europe.
The one and only George Knapp brings some spice here, talking about the drones over New Jersey. Do you remember those? It was all that people were talking about for a while. And then all of a sudden they just sort of disappeared and we sort of just forgot about it. And there were some official statements eventually about these things, but it never really felt like it was enough. But we just moved on and we forgot about them. And now they've been popping up over Europe, running amok at airports, causing airports to shut down, if you can believe that. What are these things that are flying around? And so apparently there's a private military contractor who was at some conference spilling some secrets about these. He says, hey, do you remember that big old UFO scare in New Jersey? Well, that was us. That's what he said. And we don't know who this guy was or what even company he works for. But now that's all over the news, that all these drones are just military technology made by a private company. So all the weirdness that you saw over the skies of New Jersey were from the drones of this company. So the question is why didn't these douchebags tell us something sooner? You could have shared it with us. Instead, you just let us believe that they were UFOs. You just kept flying them in the same spot. Just flying them around after everybody was looking at them, wondering what they were. You just kept doing it. That's very douchebaggy activity, if you ask me. Are you the ones flying those in Europe too? Because that doesn't seem cool to be flying them over airports, if that's you. So I don't know if I really believe it. But somebody's flying these things, they're real. They're flying out there in places that they shouldn't be flying. And they're acting weird. And I hope we figure out more of this soon, because I don't know if I trust this story about these drones. What do you think